Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm TarotOracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the TarotOracle show.
So what is going on? So we got the technical issues fixed. It appears that the streaming application that I used took a dump and I'm now working around it. I figured out how to work around it, and that is what I'm doing right now. It's a couple of extra steps, but that is all right. Andrea, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. Andrea's coming out of the gate. You're keen to go back to the last new casual job, but go back to flying. Will they take me back? Well, there you go. By the way, Juliet, Tarot, and Sachu Manju, Andrea, of course, Crystals and Paint. We got Karen, we got Cowboy, Bartman, and Cappy. We got everybody here tonight. It is action-packed. Welcome, Sandra, as well. Good to see you. All right, so let's do Andrea's question about getting a job. Getting a job, seeing about that stuff, getting the fat cash. We all need the fat cash, and the Bumbleberry Tarot will give you the fat cash that you need. All right, Cappy, thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. Okay, so let's sort of break this down and, see where we're going with this. I'm kind of curious now. Go back to the last casual job. I'll have to go back to flying. Will they take me back? So it would be nice if they did. I mean, you never know, though. I mean, it's one of those things, if you left on good terms or they hired somebody to replace you or things like that, then what happens to that person, et cetera, et cetera. So kind of that unknown area, definitely they're sort of wandering in. Tori, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. So will they take you back? Eight of Swords has a little bit of that restrictive feel. It may not be something where they're just completely open to it or completely sort of there. You know what I mean? They're completely sort of open, that have that restrictions. And that could be a lot of different things. Number one, it could be the person is just not there. And the person replaced you. Basically, the person replaced you, and now we have that disadvantage sort of coming into that, all right? So yeah, the Eight of Swords could be a huge disadvantage as far as that goes. The other thing is the Knight of Wands into the Four of Cups. It's almost like the environment may be different now than it was before. So you may have a different sort of set of rules. You may have a different sort of, what is going on there, different people, different managers and whatnot. And it feels like that you could have that disconnect and that you need to sort of get going on that. Knight of Wands into the Four of Cups, again, says the environment is going to be a little bit different. Normally, that's not going to be good because if you worked there before, you had a good time. Again, that environment may be disadvantageous for you to leap into it. Now, we do have the Fool. It definitely says if you're going to do this, you need to go in with an open mind, or you need to go in like you've never worked there before, basically, right? Just sort of wander in there, try to get what you can, hope for the best, but sort of expecting everything to be exactly the same as it was just doesn't seem realistic at this point. Definitely sort of, temper your expectations a little bit. Boo Boo, welcome. How you doing? Sel, welcome. It's good to see all of you. How you doing tonight? It is almost Friday, everybody. I'm saying we got Friday coming up tomorrow, and I am excited. But yeah, that Four of Cups into that Fool, that whole feeling right here feels like if you're going to do it, go in with zero expectations. Again, not a lot there, and there could be restrictions getting back. So it doesn't look good, but I say go for it anyway. I mean, you're looking at something that you enjoyed. You're looking at something like that, and you just, try to feel that out. Feel them out and definitely go for it, but sort of, keep your expectations low, basically. There you go. All right. What else do we got tonight? So the alerts aren't coming up because my program took a dump and there's not much I can do about it. So I'm going to uninstall and reinstall it and see if that fixes it. But for now, we have most of what we have. We just don't have the alerts up here and stuff like that. So we still got all of that other good stuff. So Cowboy Dan has a question below. Let's hop over to my program and see what Cowboy Dan is doing. Tarot Throwdown. On the left, the final response from erectile dysfunction. How long after I talk to them? All right. Jocelyn, welcome. It is so good to see you. All right. Let's see. We need to wrap this. We need to wrap this one. We definitely need to wrap this. Okay, let's see what we can do here. There's no way to wrap that. Okay, but anyway. All right. So on the left, the final response from ED. All right. Tarot Throwdown you want? Tarot Throwdown you get.
Time for a Tarot Throwdown.
Tarot Throwdown you get. Jocelyn, welcome. How you doing tonight? So good to see you as always. And we got a donation from Sandhya. Sandhya, let me know what your question is. Thank you so much for donating through Square. By the way, if you want to do that, the link is down there. All right. So on the left, we got the final response from ED. And on the right, I'm not sure what we got. I got to go read the question. And on the right, what do we got? All right, let me go and read the actual question. On the left, how long after talking to them, the final response from ED. On the right, the final response from MD. Will I receive my reply at all? And if so, when? After talking to them with the general circuit. So we're talking to somebody and we're receiving a reply at all or anything like that. Seeking Silverman, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. Okay, so let's go over at the left first. And again, let's preview the question. The final response from ED. How long after talking to them, general circumstances? Okay, the final response from ED is not going to be favorable. We have the Lord of Defeat. Ooh, we got things going on over here. Ooh, it's actually working. It's like a miracle. The final response from ED is bad. We got the Lord of Defeat here. We got the disconnect, this emotional thing that just isn't working, and we have them fleeing or leaving. So if you're looking after that, if you're looking for a response, leaving, exiting, moving out, moving away, the Lord of Defeat, it doesn't look good, and this emotional disconnect. So overall, this is trash. I mean, it just looks bad. It looks challenged. It looks bad. It doesn't look like something that you want to deal with. Now, on the right, we have the will I receive my reply at all? If so, when? So you're looking for a reply, you're looking for a connection, and you do have that with a celebration card. You do have that for the celebration card. Seeking, I got your question. Thank you so much. Celebration card along with truce, along with the Emperor is a good sign. The Emperor says they have the command, they have the ability to get that done. Looks really good, looks really positive. Truce says they're willing to work with you. They're not just going to exit like they do over here. They're literally willing to work with you and see what happens with that. And of course, we have the celebration that comes in through here with the 3. Overall, the right looks fantastic. I would go with the right. I mean, there's like literally no question, no challenge at all to this. This is not even something up for discussion at this point. All right, Cappy, how much is the Aquarius interested in me? Cappy, you're still after that Aquarius. Cappy, you really like that Aquarius. Cappy is a fan. Cappy is a big fan of that Aquarius. Apparently, they have just magic going on, Cappy. It is pure magic over there for that Aquarius for you. I'm just saying. Let's see. Let's take a look and go to the Tarot Tower. And what do we got going on with that Tarot Tower? We got a little bit of my deck. I know, Cappy, you're a fan of my deck. You're a fan of the beautiful, wonderful, out of stock Waterfall Tarot. You know what I mean? If you had only one tarot, if you had to narrow down all of your collection to only one tarot, it would not be the Waterfall Tarot. All right. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just pointing this out for everybody's obvious procedure or, sort of feel with that. Okay. So how much is the Aquarius interested in me? Wow, that is horrible. That is horrible. Cappy, you're having a rough night. You're having a rough night. It doesn't look like that we're just getting the hearts out in here. Renee, welcome. How you doing? I'm doing fantastic, Renee. Renee, I got power. I got water. It's like a luxury cruise line over here in my house. I'm just saying, it's like just pure luxury. I don't have any mints on the bed sheets or anything, but it's very close at this point with water and power. Taylor, welcome. How you doing? So how much are they interested in me? You worry about this. You do. You're concerned about this. I think it's almost like that you're concerned about just rejection at this point. You're concerned about like, what does this person think of me? What are they going to sort of process? How are they going to sort of look at things? How are they going to sort of be in that process, right? You just have that worry from that Three of Swords. Ew, I just feel... Two bad swords cards in a row just really feel like that there's not a lot of opportunity. There's not a lot of sort of good stuff that's possible within this realm. Now, I think that they are going to move in your direction. I mean, I think that they're going to move in your direction a little bit, not just this huge enthusiastic feel or anything like that. It does have that feel of, maybe this is not going to be the best solution. Ace of Cups says if they are interested, if they do move forward, if you do want to sort of get this going, you're going to have to treat them very gingerly. It's going to be a slow start. It's going to be something where they just want to do it slow. They want to go slow. They want to relax. They want to sort of get that going. Tammy, thank you for hanging out with us. Good evening. How are you doing? So fantastic to see you, Tammy. But yeah, that Ace of Cups says you have a possibility, a small possibility, but you do have a possibility. This is rough. Cappy, it's almost like you just need to release this person and let them, sort of go their own way. Obviously, if you want to chase them, then go ahead and chase them, but you need to sort of relax with it. You need to not have a lot of forward momentum on here. You just kind of scare them away a little bit. Get a little bit of that Ace of Cups. Again, a lot of good possibilities, a lot of things that could sort of happen with that. But again, you just got to relax. Cappy, you got to relax. All right. What do we got next? We got Jocelyn. Oh, before Jocelyn, actually, we have a couple of donations there. Oh, let's see what we got going on. We have in Square, Sandhya had a question. Sandhya, did you already post your question in there? There you go. There you go. We had Sandhya came in with that Square donation. All right. I appreciate you so much. Let's go, Sandhya. What kind of deck do you want out of this Tarot Tower? I'm thinking for this particular question, suspicions, sort of this overall cloud around what is happening with that stuff. I'm going with this Revival Art. The Revival Art Tarot, I really think is going to have our key to the forest right here, the Revival Art Tarot. Rimmel, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. All right, let's see. Good evening from Germany. Kanan, good evening back from the great state of Texas. Well, it was great before everybody ran out of water and power. For the previously great state of Texas, Riki, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I am going to butcher your name, but welcome to the stream. It is good to have you. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Sunflower, thank you so much for your donation as well. We got the Q coming in there. Sunflower, you got a date with Peter. A date with the D. I mean, if you're going to have a date, it might as well be with some Peter. All right. Sandhya, let me tell you about your suspicions about why. Okay. First off, we got the Ace of Wands. Your suspicions are valid. Your suspicions are valid. Okay. So I think you already figured that out. You already know that. That's not something that's just going to be magical news to you. You knew that. By the way, entertainment purposes only. So the Six of Cups says that they are a little too friendly. I think that they have a little bit of that over friendly or that over enthusiastic, or where they're just sort of leaning a little bit too far in for your own good. I think that they're really interested in a bunch of different things. And I don't know, they seem really too interested. They're sort of hovering around. They're there too much. They got some things going on. They're trying to micromanage people or control people in some ways, right? Overall, they do not have your interest in mind, right? Cowboy Dan, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. They do not have your interest in mind. And that's where the Five of Coins comes in. It's a very selfish card because we're not giving anymore. We're interested in what we need. It's a bad card overall. It just shows that not only that selfishness, but things not going the way we need it. Overall, the Six of Wands says, your suspicions are going to get you some distance from this person. And the more distance you can have, the better off you are. Basically, you want to have the distance between you and the person. You want to have some protection between you and the person. I think that's going to be a key component here. Basically, yes, your suspicions are valid. The person's hovering around people. They're trying to micromanage, control people. They don't have your best interest in mind. In fact, I think it would be disadvantageous to sort of trust them in some regards. And keep your distance. Even if it's like a casual thing, you don't got to be like mean, but you can keep a good distance between somebody. You know what I mean? Just keep that nice, safe safety net between you and this person. I think that is going to work out the best for you. Sandhya, thank you so much for your donation again. I hope you are enjoying the stream. By the way, if you are enjoying the stream, hit that like and sub. Hit that like and sub. It lets me know that you like me. And if you like me, I love you too. I love you right back. I mean, I'm just saying, I love you right back. That's what I'm saying now. All right. Now we're back to Hot. Hot wants to know, how will my new business idea go? Jocelyn, you're pretty smart with the business stuff. I'm just going to say now, Jocelyn knows the business stuff. So if you need help with business, Jocelyn's going to be a place to go. So I think your idea may be valid, may not. Let's check it out. What is a good deck for Jocelyn? I'm going to do a little bit of the pretty decks early. The pretty decks early. A pretty deck for a pretty lady. We're going with the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. Such a beautiful deck. Has all sorts of cool stuff happening. All sorts of fancy things going on with this deck. I'm telling you now, I'm excited when I pull this deck out. I mean, not excited like that, but you know what I mean. I'm excited when I pull this deck out. You got to pull your deck out sometime. And when you do, it better look excited. You know what I mean? The deck better look excited when you pull it out. So how will the new business idea go? I don't think it's ready for prime time. I mean, we got that part. 8 of Swords, the restrictions, the blindfold, things like that. It's not ready for prime time. But I think that the King of Swords with that 8 of Cups, I wanted to say it's going to look good. I wanted to say this is going to be a long-term venture, a long-term really nice thing. Page of Wands says it's very at the infantile stage. It feels like it not only needs a lot of adjustment, but it sort of needs just rework. I mean, it needs some serious rework. This is not something that's just going to be magically work itself out. You know what I mean? Needs some heavy, heavy work. We have that with the King of Swords. It needs you to take over. It needs you to sort of revamp some things about it. One of the main things here is timing. Timing seems off. 8 of Cups basically says it's a do or die thing, right? I'm going to implement this. I'm going to go through this and do it. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. And Apama, thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate you being here. But the King of Swords says you need to take the initiative, take the lead in it, and just break it apart and rethink a lot of different things. 8 of Swords says it may not work out. 8 of Cups says if you go, YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. If you go with it as is, you're going to be abandoning it in a remarkably quick time period. Page of Wands says it's not fully fleshed out. It's not fully worked out. I would just break it apart completely at this point. Lay everything out on the table and say what works, what doesn't. Timing is going to be critical for this. The amount of setup is going to be critical for the idea as well. And finally, the target audience needs to be tweaked. So that's what I just see with all of this. Samantha, welcome back. So good to see you, Samantha. How are you doing tonight? But yeah, just sort of rework it, get it, fix it, break it apart completely. This is not a small rework of the idea. All right, but at least that's what the cards say. That's what the cards say. And Sarah wants a general. A general for March. Let's going and to see how that goes. By the way, who is after Sarah? I need to scroll up. My Let's see. We got Sarah over here. We got Seeking Silverman. All right. I got Seeking Silverman after Sarah. There we go. All right. By the way, in case you're wondering where you're at in the queue, you are about, I would say, you're about right here. We got, the queue does, oh yeah, it does. We got Sarah, then we got Seeking Silverman, and then we're going to run down the rest of the queue. But that, my friends, is where you are. Okay, let's do a generala for March. We're going to go back to the tower. We're going to grab everybody's new favorite, the one that everybody is pretty hyped about. I got to say, I got a lot of comments on this one. A lot of comments. I think the Art Nouveau was from the beautiful and wonderful and effervescent Christina, who gave me this as a Valentine's gift. Christina is not here, but if she were, I mean, big kisses that away. Okay, general for March. Well, first off, you need to take it easy. You need to take it easy with that. See, look how pretty that is. Look how pretty that is. You need to take it easy, Sarah. Take it. Don't extend yourself too much. Don't try to do everything in March because you're going to want to. You're going to want it. It's not the time to celebrate. It's a time to sort of keep going, keep working, and keep at it. Because if we stop, if we celebrate, if we have that big banquet and get everything, this big party, and try to sort of, this is where I'm at. This is the things that I've done. These are the things that I've accomplished. I don't think that's going to work very well. It's time to earn more. It's time to get things in a row. It's time to sort of take inventory at this point. You know what I mean? It's taking inventory is so key right now. This person is taking inventory. Now, this thing means a lot. This card means a lot. One of the big factors of this card is to not only keeping what you have, but taking inventory. And Samantha, thank you for your donation. Not only keeping inventory and keeping what you have, but looking for more. I think that's where you're at, Sarah, looking for more, continuing that quest, continuing that move, because strength says that you're in this prime time right now. Sunshiny Day, thank you for your donation. You're in this prime time, Sarah. You need to use the time wisely. Don't take a rest. Don't celebrate. Let's keep at it. That's basically all it says. Keeping at it, doing the thing, doing what you do the best. You know what I mean? Because you have to do what you do the best. All right. And now the next question is from our new person that I haven't seen before, and I'm so glad that you're here. Seeking Silverman. Thank you for being here. I mean, thank you for checking us out, giving us a shot, giving us a try. We got the Tarot Tower over here, and the Tarot Tower says that the Dark Mansion Tarot is going to be your best friend. Right now, that Dark Mansion Tarot is going to be your best friend because that's where it's at right now. I'm saying Dark Mansion Tarot, it doesn't really play around. It throws down. It does a tarot throwdown is what that does. All right. What do you see from me and the Virgo? Well, I'm a Virgo. And I mean, just from my perspective, this looks pretty decent. It looks pretty with some caveats, So let's skip to the end. Let's do some spoilers. You know what I mean? Darth Vader is Luke's father. Bruce Willis was dead the entire movie. Let's see. She's pregnant in book 2 of The Outlander. Let's do the spoilers and go to the end. All right. The Four of Wands says it's a decent relationship. It has a lot of potential. Not only do we have the Ace of Pentacles sort of budding, building, getting that stability, getting that rock solid foundation out. It's not going to be anytime soon, but this foundation is being built. It is being sort of putting in there. But the Four of Wands says a happy home, to where we're comfortable, to where we feel like this person belongs there, and it just feels right. And that's such an important factor with any relationship. So there's sort of the ending, you know what I mean? Four of Pentacles does say that there's a lot of greed, a lot of selfishness that's going to sort of crop up in the beginning, though. You're going to have to work through that. Now, I see you working through that, not a problem, because we have a nice ending here, but the Four of Pentacles and that Nine of Cups is you need to work through these things. There's not going to be one thing. There's going to be several. You need to work through them. Just be prepared to do the work. If you run into something small and you're like, screw this, I'm out of here, I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to work. It really is not going to work at all. You just have to put up with it. You have to be with it, and you have to get through the hard times. And the hard times are sort of coming. I don't think they're dramatic, but overall, you have such a nice little foundation, such a nice budding thing going on. I think that the Virgo and you are looking fantastic, especially with that spoiler ending right there. I mean, I'm just pointing this out now. Rimmel, what is going on? We got High Priest is back. High Priest, it is so good to see you. How are you doing? Rimmel, what does T want? What does T want? What does he want right now? Let's go for a good deck. Let's go for a great deck of cards, which is the Wizard Tarot. We don't use this often enough. I'll be honest with you now. We need to use this more. It needs to be on the table every night. I just feel it in my bones. Feel it in my bones that it needs to be on the table every single night. And unfortunately, just got too many decks, too many things going on over here. You know what I mean? All right. So Rimmel, what does T want? The Five of Swords says, the Five of Swords is difficult starting card, especially next to the Six of Swords. I don't think they want anything any good. I don't think they want anything any good. Do they want to sort of patch things up a little bit? I think so, but for their own benefit. You know what I mean? They want to patch things up, but almost like they're for their own benefit. So the Five of Swords, the Lord of Defeat, they know that you have the power here. You have the power. You have the ability to get everything that is going to be beneficial here. I think they want to ride along here. The Six of Swords is about getting in the boat, riding along, having a group going, and sort of listening to you and going with you on this successful journey. I think that they know you have it going on, you have it going along, and they want to sort of, hitch onto the ride. Now, I do think that they want a dramatic change in how things go. Are they going to sort of smooge up to you and say, hey, Rimmel, I think that, you're a great person, or I think this is great. Let's do this. Let's do that. What's their goal? Their goal is to change it. Their goal is to getting in there and change it a little bit. Karen, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Getting in there and changing it that little bit, I think is important for this person. Do you want to change, though? Temperance says no. So they have a little bit of a conflicting goal in there, but they're coming in with a little bit of a disguise. I don't think they're just going to immediately say, hey, I want change, Rimmel. But that's what they're going to bring. So that's what they want. They want some alterations. They want something different, and they want you to basically, change it up. So there you go. All right. What do we got next? Such an exciting evening. Look at this Thursday. It's always busy. I love it busy. Can you tell me how my date with Peter the Pumpkin Eater is going? Because
everybody loves the D.
All right, let's see. Let's see about Peter. I don't know. You going to go out with, you're going to go eat with Peter? You can go eat with Peter. You could have a long date with, is Peter tall? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Let us use the dynamic and vivacious Thoth Tarot deck to find out what Peter is doing. What kind of action Peter has in store. You know what I mean? Could be a long Peter. It could be a long Peter. Maybe go out eat with Peter. I don't know. Let's see how the date is going to go. Let's see. Well, you said no something after that. No, he's not a salesman. Okay, no, he's not a salesman. Okay. The date looks moderately successful. It does look pretty successful. You have some choices. We have a moderately successful date. I'm just saying the Six of Wands is such a great set of cards. It's a great card. It says that the date will go okay. It'll go good. It's like that. I think Peter has a lot to say, and I think shutting Peter up is going to be quite difficult. We do have this thing here. I think Peter wants to brag a little bit. Peter wants to sort of puff out the chest and say, hey, I did this, or I do that, or, you know what I mean? Peter just has that excitedness where they want to share a lot of things with you, half of which you really don't want to hear. Now, they are a little bit bragging about money, a little bit. I don't think a lot, but I do think that they drop a couple of hints about money and whatnot. But yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty successful. Again, you're going to have to make some choices and balance. And I think the choice that you make is going to be overall pretty good. Basically, I think that you want to see them again at the end of the day, but getting them to shut up is going to be quite challenging indeed. I think the date is okay. It's all right. I don't think it's just anything to where you're just going to, immediately just want to marry this person or something drastic. Again, it's a good date. It feels like a good date. You go home, you're like, that was a good date. But again, you don't feel like, yeah, and things like that. You've been friends 10 years. Well, you already know how it's going to go then. I assume you already know how it's going to go because you got that balance and the choices in that too. It says, do you want to be a friend or do you want to be a date? A friend or a date? You got to figure that out and make them hard choices with a hard Peter. All right. Is there any success for Cowboy Dan? Cowboy Dan, I hope so. I want the best for you. And to get the best for you, we're going to use this deck right here, which one of my favorite, the Golden Wheel. The Golden Wheel. The Golden Wheel. KD, indeed. I think it's going to go great. You got that right next to the success card. I'm just saying it's going to go pretty good. You know what I mean? I mean, they have been friends for 10 years. That's a long Peter. I mean, that's a long time to know Peter. You know what I'm saying? All right. Hopefully they come in pretty soft. You know what I mean? If Peter's going to interact with you, you don't want a hard interaction. You want a soft interaction. So, we're going to see about that. We'll see about that. All right. Is there any success at the end? We're looking for success right now. Cowboy Dan, we're looking at the Four of Cups. We're looking at the Hierophant, the Moon, the Seven of Cups. I don't see success. I see opening doors. I see opening doors. Again, if you're looking for just raw success, if you're looking for a Six of Wands, literally the victory card, the success card, I don't see it. If you're looking for overall, Cowboy Dan's all excited. Overall, Cowboy Dan, I'm just saying it opens doors. It opens opportunities. The Moon, where we have the crab walking up on the shore, getting into this new environment, it opens doors. Seven of Cups, the choices card, it opens doors. It gives you doors. Hierophant, you're taking this way too seriously. Way too seriously. You just got to relax. You got to relax. That Four of Cups is not everything is going to go perfectly. And when it doesn't go perfectly, you're going to have to just take a deep breath and realize that this is opening doors rather than being some ultimate success where the clouds part, the sun shines, it rains roses and puppies. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, I am just saying. Opening doors is what you want, and opening doors is what you're going to get. All right. He would offer you some assistance. So you're saying, KD is saying that Peter is going to offer some help and some assistance for your business. Well, there you go. Peter could offer that assistance. You know what I mean? You just need Peter to be hard. You need Peter to be hard and diligent. And I think that is going to be a success for you, Sunflower. YouTube user, are A&M back together? Are they in love? Are they in love? Are they going to be back together? Let's find out with one of our newer decks. I'm going to go the Divine. And say, we got the thumbs up already. It's a premature thumb. It is a premature thumbs up. I'm just saying. A man that works and plays with his hands. That could be. All right, are they back together? Let's look for some love cards up in here. We need the love cards. I want to say yes. I did the hearts all over the place. All over the place. Yeah, Sunflower and Peter sounds like a hard friendship. All right. Are they back together? Well, good news. We got the lovers. If you're looking for some good stuff, the lovers is there. Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, and Queen of Coins. That's a yes. I'm giving it a thumbs up. I gave a premature thumbs up, but we're going to do a thumbs up with a thumbs up. How's it? It shakes like this. We're going to do a double thumbs up because this looks fantastic. We got the lovers. Obviously, you're looking for two people to be together. That is so important. Midnight Meditations, welcome. How are you doing? Ace of Cups, too. Ace of Cups. They have such a good connection. Ace of Swords, the communication is there. We have a lot of communication, have a lot of openness, very good stuff. Queen of Coins, building that stability as it goes, but absolutely they are back together. YouTube user, this is the biggest yes that you can get. This is the biggest yes that you can get. So absolutely yes, 100%. They are back together. They are in love. They are back together. They are humping on the couch right now. But YouTube user wants to know about N's feelings for them. YouTube user, how are they feeling about you? I am going to use the Gentle Tarot for this because we need a little bit of a gentleness. We need some gentleness tonight. We need a nice, relaxed, gentle reading because Aquarian light is here. Aquarian, how are you doing? It is so good to see you, Aquarian. I am excited. I'm excited. Tomorrow's Friday. The hype level around here is 110% because tomorrow is Friday and I am going to have a fantastic Friday night and weekend. Christina's coming over. We are going to go bowling. We are going to hang out. We are going to do all sorts of stuff. Going to do some readings together, make a video. We're looking at some Kickstarter stuff maybe. We're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. In the meantime, though, let's see about YouTube user and how N has the feelings here. This Thunder card is sort of interesting. Harvest of Thunder, the 10 of Stones, the 9 of Thunder, and the Moon. There's a lot of communication, a lot of confusion here. It does have a lot of confusion here. Is there a connection? Do they feel something for you? I don't think right now. I think the Moon, they're lost in their own thing. They're lost in sort of this, how this goes. They have all of this thunder. We have all of these thunder things. I think that they're sort of confused. They have a lot of other things happening. And they're in between that point of, I want to do this, but I don't want to do that. I want to do that, but I don't want to do this. The 10 of Stones ultimately says they're pretty content and happy where they're at right now. So if you're looking at getting back within, if you're looking at that 7 of Swords action where you're going to sort of sneak back into a relationship or the lovers, the 2 of Cups, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. The feelings look confused. The feelings look iffy. Karen, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you so much. By the way, if you are in the queue, if you have donated, I want to let you know where you're at in the queue. We're here. We're here. So we did YouTube user twice. Now we're going to do Samantha, and we're going to roll down in here to Rimmel. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Let's see how it goes. All right. What do we got next? So excited. All right. Samantha's got double question. Will I get a part-time job at a bookstore? All right. Let's see about that by using... let's use this one. Ooh, I like this one so much. Another Christina gift. This one's a lot of fun. I really like this one. This is the Modern Witch Tarot. That is where it's at. That is where it is at. I am just saying. It is the most 18 plus stream on YouTube. That is how I roll. CFK, it's a pretty good news video. We got a lot of stuff going on. All right. The news is coming out Saturday, by the way. If you're on Patreon, you already saw it. But if you're not on Patreon, you get to see it Saturday. All right. Part-time job at the bookstore. Oh, this is an interesting combo. This is very interesting. We have the 8 of Wands, which is movement towards it, or sort of a yes indicator. Then we have a 5 of Pentacles, which means you're not content, you're not happy there. The 7 of Cups, it looked like something that you wanted from a distance, but in reality, it looks like something that you don't want long term. You obviously know this is going to be a part-time thing. You already figured that out a long time ago. 8 of Wands says you're going to go for it. You're going to get it done. I think that you're going to launch forward and get in there. 8 of Wands says go ahead. Go ahead and get that. 8 of Wands. Now, it doesn't pay what you want. It's very temporary. It's very part-time. But again, you already figured that out. This is not new news. This is not something that you didn't know before. Seven of Cups says just relax with it. Seek out the next big thing. Wait for the next big thing. I think that's going to be better for you. It looks appealing, but it's not once you get in there. That's just the way things go. That's just the way things go sometimes. It looks decent. It looked appealing. And then there's reality. And the reality says, yeah, maybe not so much. Maybe not so much. Anyway, Samantha's other thing wanted a general reading for March. Let's do that. Yeah, that extra money doesn't help, or it doesn't hurt. All right, I think this is the Witchling Academy one? I think so. I'm going out on a limb here. We got two that look really similar. I'm thinking this is the Witchling Academy handbook. All right, we're going to use that for your general reading for March. See, what is that? That's by Pamela Chin. I like this one. I thought it was vomit-inducing when I first saw it. I'm gonna level with all of you now. I thought this was vomit-inducing when I first saw it on the page. Then I got it, and I started playing with it, and I really kind of like it. I mean, I hate to say it, but I kind of like this deck. A general reading for March. Page of Swords says communication is going to be very finicky during March. It's going to be one of those to where you can't quite get it right, but you can't quite ruin it either. One of those where you just have to sort of choose your words or you're going to hurt someone's feelings. I think you've been in that situation before. So this is not like something brand new that you've never done, or this is not something that, is new to you. I think that you have that feeling of, hey, maybe this is best. Maybe this is prudent for me to just be careful what I say because it's going to hurt someone's feeling. And that's sort of how a lot of March goes. Six of Cups is sort of good, though. You make a new friend. Stacy is here. Hey, how are you doing, Stacy? You make a new friend. That Six of Cups, that friendship. You make a new friend out of this. I think possibly at the bookstore, possibly elsewhere, you do make a new friend. During that process, I think that you realize that this is not the type of friend that you want long term, but it is somebody that you can sort of relate to, have fun, go out with and whatnot. Five of Cups says there's some disappointment involved with it. In other words, they're not the perfect true friend type of thing. Ace of Swords says over the area of March, getting that little extra money or getting sort of that part-time job, it does you good. It allows you the comfort that you need to do some other stuff that you need to do. Ace of Swords points that out. We're running, we're leaping, we're moving into that. Ace of Swords action looks really, really good for that. So I think overall, March looks pretty decent. Looks pretty decent indeed. All right, let's see what we got going on with the Tarot Tower. The Tarot Tower wants the next reading to be Sunshiny Day. Will they accept my proposal? Sunshiny Day has a proposal. Let's see if they will accept it. Do you want to use a little heaven and earth? That doesn't seem half bad. I don't think that's half bad, A little bit of the heaven and earth. Let's see what's up. See if they're going to accept your Sunshiny Day. What is your proposal? Are you going to make them $1 million? Are you going to make them $1 million? Is that what the proposal is? Or like, if y'all people would just clean up your act, you could make a lot more money and be a lot more successful. That's a good sale. That's a good sale. Will they accept it though? Strife. Absolutely not. You need to revamp the proposal almost. So one of the things missing from the proposal is a defined outcome. It's like a defined outcome. In other words, if I'm proposing for Sunshiny Day, I'm saying, hey, let's go in business together. I'll draw the tarot deck. You do the documentation or the book, right? We have a defined result, which is the tarot deck. At the end of the day, the tarot deck and the book. But if I say, hey, I want to draw something and I want you to write something, and you're like, okay, like what is something? I think that's where your proposal is. It feels like that it's not hard-lined. It doesn't give me a firm result, and I need a firm result. because I'm going to be putting work into here. Strife says, as is, you get sort of pushback from this particular proposal. And you see that with the Knight of Wands, a little bit of that fiery action, a little bit of that fire as it goes, the flames coming up and stuff. I think that you're sort of excited about it. They feel your excitement, but the communication is just not it to a point of their language. You got to revamp it for their language. And their language is going to be, you know, what is the final result? What is going to be the thing for me? What's in it for me? You think you got to revamp it for that. And now that you can do that, I think that they want it. I think that they see the benefits. They see the overall result. At the end of the day, I think that they're pretty excited about it, but not as excited as you. I mean, you do have that fiery action right here. You're all fired up about it. But the selling point, again, is going to be what is in it for them. And until that's firm and defined and laid out in exact steps, I don't think they're going to go for it. I think you got a little bit of that strife action there. Not going to go for it. All right, now we are on to the big reading of the night, which is, let me find her. High Priest wants to know, Carissa's health needs a senior buyer. This position has been open for months. Will I get a chance to get hired on by that position? I need to read the rest of this. They're looking to hire somebody soon. Okay. Basically, will I get the position is the thing. Will I get this position? For that, let's go with the mystical tarot. The tarot of the mystical moments. That's going to be a good one. Going to be a nice one. Where is my tarot mystical moments book? Here it is. Here it is. Yes. Yes. The tarot of the Dr. Mystical Moments. All right. They need a buyer. Will I get this position? Let's lay it down. Let's lay it down on the line. Let's go for it. Let's get her done. Let's get her done. Let's see what is happening with this position. We got the Queen of Swords, Seven of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Sort of interesting there. Samantha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. The Queen of Swords sort of means that you got to go in strong for this one. You got to go in strong. I think going in soft, going in easy, going in relaxed, it feels like that doesn't work. They need somebody strong. They need somebody to come in and say, look, I'm bringing this to the table. I'm bringing that to the table. Here's how I can benefit you. I've already researched your company. I already know this. I know that. Here's how I think I fit in. And here's how I think what I can benefit for you. The Queen of Swords is a very strong, powerful individual. Coming in strong is going to be beneficial. By the way, entertainment purposes only. The Seven of Cups says they have a lot of people applying for this. So they have a lot of people applying for this, but the problem is the reason it's been open for months is they're extremely picky about what they want, how they want it. The Five of Pentacles says you have a good chance of going in there and underwhelming them, looking like the rest of the people. It just doesn't work out at the end. Ace of Wands says that spark. You need that spark. You need that fire that they are going to want, especially for a senior buyer position. This is somebody who knows what they're doing, that is in charge, and they can't be soft. They need to be upfront. They need to be assertive. That's what I think is going to win you the day. Entertainment purposes only, obviously, but assertiveness, especially for a senior buyer, somebody senior, somebody that does this and is going to have people under them maybe, is going to be key for your assertiveness. Again, if you come in strong, you're like, yeah, you know, I'll do the buying stuff. You know, I'm cool with the buying and I do this. I don't think they're going to like that. They just want that, you know, you're way ahead of the curve. If you're way ahead of the curve, I think that they'll like you. Karen, what's coming to me in March? Karen, let's see about March for you, my friend, by using a little bit of this one. Such a pretty deck. One of my favorite decks, I got to say. I go to this deck a lot. I end up with the Gregory Scott Tarot a lot. You can see the wear and tear on the box, and all I do on the box is throw it on the table. You can already see the wear and tear on this box because I just adore this damn deck. I just really like this deck. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now, I really like this deck. Okay. Let's see. What is coming to Karen at March? March does bring some choices, some of which you don't really want to make. I think that you're stuck with some of these choices, not something that you can shake off. Okay. Ace of Swords, Karen, you have communication for some people, and it's going to be pretty critical to respond to them pretty quickly. The High Priestess says that there's some stuff on the line. There's some important information on the line. They want a response, and they want a response from you, Karen. Ace of Swords, they're reaching out. They researched this thing. They've looked at this. They know what they want. They know what they need from Karen, and they are going to be able to communicate that to you in a very quick and effective manner. But they want to reply. They want to reply. High Priestess does say that there's a lot involved here. You're going to have to do a little bit of research, a little bit of scanning, a little bit of sort of, figuring out how you fit into the situation, because some of it doesn't seem like that you do fit in. You're going to be kind of confused. Like, I'm not really sure why you're asking me. I'm not really sure how I fit in ultimately to this situation. Four of Cups at the end of the day says, no matter what you say to this, they're not going to like all of it. They're going to like most of it. They're going to like some of it, but they're not going to buy the whole cigar. So be prepared for that. Don't be like, I think I can sell them the entire thing, because I don't think you can. All right. And another good deck for Karen, by the way. Karen, your next question we got there. And we want to know if Karen and Martez end up together. By the way, in case you're wondering what this one is, one of my favorites, the Shadowland Tarot. It's so damn good. This is so good. Monica Badursky just got the bat, and somebody threw her the ball, and she knocked it out of the park. Knocked it clear out of the park. It didn't even hit the stands and bounce out of the park with this one. All right. Me and Marta, are we going to end up together? Justice, Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Swords. I think maybe we have a lot of good things. We have a lot of good things that are potential here. Is this something where it's an easy win? I don't think so. I think it does take some work. It does take some sort of, walking the steps, going through the steps. Martez needs the steps. Martez needs a little bit of work. Justice says balancing out this relationship is going to be one of the key things, because it feels like that it's just completely off. It feels like things are completely imbalanced, and we need to sort of do that and get that where things are balanced and things are as expected. Seven of Pentacles says it is a fixer-upper a bit. I mean, Martez is a little bit of a fixer-upper. Page of Swords says Martez may be just awful at good quality communication. But if you can put up with that, I think we have Justice, where things come in balance, things will get better. But basically, it looks pretty decent. Now, Martez, again, a little bit of fixer-upper, a little bit of issues getting there. You're going to have to put in the work. That's fine. How much work are you willing to put in, Karen? I think you're willing to put in some, not like an epic amount. I think some is going to be sufficient to do this. I really would have loved some great love cards in here. Two of Cups, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Lovers. Throw me a bone here. I got nothing. Seven of Pentacles says the work is worth the reward, though. If you're willing to put up with it, if you're willing to put the work in, I think it is worth it long term. Seven of Pentacles says so. So that's really the only card in there that I would just point to and get excited about, which is kind of sad. I mean, it's sort of a Walmart love reading at this point. All right. Rimmel wants to know, is the love life going to improve in 2021? Because apparently Rimmel's had some problems in 2020. Is that what's going on? Rimmel, is that what's going on? Did you have a little bit of problems with that? We are going to fix you up, though, my friend, with the Grimalkin Tarot. Grimalkin Tarot is going to be the one that fixes everything. It band-aids it up. It fixes up. Rimmel, we're going to have good news for you right now. Right now. Let's see. Let's take this up. Queen of Swords, the Sun, the Chariot, and the Knight of Wands. I knew this was coming. I felt that Knight of Wands. It was around the freaking corner. The Knight of Wands says that we have been injured. The tarot is telling you, we recognize that you had a rough time. You did have one. The Knight of Wands is like we have a Band-Aid on our head. We're injured. We're leaning on a stick. And we really sort of looking for hope or a better tomorrow. That's sort of how 2020 ended. The Chariot says you are moving to a better tomorrow. We are moving to a better thing. And we see that from the sun. One of the important factors of the sun, by the way, it's in my new book, which is coming in June. One of the new factors of the sun is it shines light over everything. It makes things better. And it also unveils things, unveils secrets that could have been there before. The negative attitude, I think that you sort of picked up a little bit, or a little bit of the worry, or a little bit of the, glass half empty thing that you got going on, sort of the 2020, is really illuminated by the sun. And I think that you're able to get that behind you and move on to something bigger and better. And that's where the Chariot comes in. We're able to move on to something bigger and better. We're able to get this worry. We're able to get this concern. We're able to get 2020 and throw it the hell behind us and just run it over with a car and go on to 2021. The Knight of Wands, you are injured. Is things getting better? You're going to move. The Chariot is illuminated. It's illuminated. Your pathway towards a better love life is greatly illuminated by the sun. You're able to chase it with the Chariot in 2021. So yes, do think it is looking fantastic, positive, great reading. The sun always, always makes for such a beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous reading. All right, we got the last two questions coming up over here, and then we are going to pop into that ending soon screen there. Will I get into uni this September with a Dark Wood Tarot? Now, I don't have the Dark Wood Tarot. I gave it away. The Dark Wood Tarot went bye-bye. But we do have the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot, which is really freaking similar. We're going to do that, I think, unless I put it up somewhere. No, I got it. Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot is the close second because KD, we got rid of that dark wood pretty bad, pretty quickly. I didn't like it, and I said so in the review, and I proceeded to get that thing and kick it out the door. You know what I mean? But KD, this is almost the same thing. It's still by Minerva. And it is the Disney, all the Disney license that apparently she bought is being used on all of these tarot decks. So there you go. Will I get into uni this September? The Devil, the King of Needles, that 4 presents, and that 9 of potions. I think so. We have the celebration, the banquet that we're celebrating to get into the uni right here. Would I have loved to see the High Priestess or the Hierophant? Absolutely would have, because that is the uni. That is the building. That is the organization. That is the company. 4 presents, though, says that the sticker shock is a little bit much. You're hanging on to your money. You're trying to get more. You do have a bit of a sticker shock getting into the uni. But the celebration, the banquet in the 9 of potions, and the King of Needles, you are going to have to be very persistent and get everything done on time. Get everything done on time, because late, not going to work for you. Get it early, get everything hammered out, lay it out on the table, and get it organized, and then go forward. The Devil says that you are going to be so tempted, though, KD. So tempted to do it late. You're going to be like, I'll do that tomorrow. Don't do it tomorrow. Get your plan in action. Get everything laid out. Get a reminder on your Google speaker or your Amazon speaker, and get it done. That getting it done early, being prepared is going to be so huge. Don't let the temptation from the devil come in there. Get that temptation and throw it aside, KD. Throw it aside. And the last reading for tonight is Samantha wants another general reading for a month. We're going to get Samantha with one of my new favorites. Look at that. Look at that rose edging. Jesus, that looks so good. That looks so good. I'm so excited about this deck. And it was a Kickstarter. I've gotten screwed on Kickstarter in 2020. I mean, I'm just saying I got straight up bent over on a couple of Kickstarters in 2020. But 2021 is looking so good. I learned my lesson. I'm very cautious. I want to see all the minors. If I can see as many minors as possible, I'm going to see those. If you do not show a lot of minors, I'm not buying your freaking deck. Okay, let's see about this. General reading for April. You're at the peak of your emotions in April. You really have this good start to April. It feels clean. It feels like things are starting new. It feels your emotions are really starting to get where they need to be. And that's important for you because in March, you get a little bit of that wavering feel, but April really hones in. The Queen of Cups, you're in sync with your emotions. The emotions are good. They're there. We're moving into that success card. It feels like a lot of things that you wanted to get done, a lot of things that you've been working towards are just working out for you right now. They're working out. Not a lot of failures here. It's just a lot of successes. Queen of Pentacles says with money as well. It feels like things are working out. Things are coming together. And again, a lot of the possibilities are literally there. Now, you do have the banquet here again, the Nine of Cups and the celebration. I think that you actually have something at the end of April that is worth celebrating. I think something happens, something instigates, something sort of triggers at the end of April that really, really excites you as you move into May. So I think it's looking great. Everything is looking fantastic. That's a good month for you. Samantha, I think April is going to be one of the best months of the year for you. I'm going to do that. I am going to do that. I'm going out on a limb. I'm saying April is going to be one of the best months of the year for you. Speaking of the best months of the year, it has been a fantastic day today. I am going to be back tomorrow, and I will see you then. Thank you for joining me. Talk to you then.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love